How you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope. Dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah.
Podcast number 47. Greg Allman's son. His name is Devin.
Well, for sure there's going to be a heaven reference in that.
I don't want to use it up too quick. We still got many podcasts to go. With that being said, Devin Allman and I think Greg Allman are playing, or they're going to be playing together.
Really?
Honey Tribe and Allman, yeah.
Nice.
I saw it in the RFT. Anyway, we broadcast from Forestell, Missouri, 60 miles west of St. Louis, inside Trailer Studio, Studio Nico. For all things Thom and Jeff, you can go to theThomandJeffShow.com. We appreciate it.
We all have the Twitter and the Facebook pages, Jeff1057, Shock Jocks with an S, Scotty Boom Boom 1, TAJ Blind Coach. Is that right?
I assume so. TAJ Black Coach. That's what you go to.
And we also have the official Thom and Jeff Show Facebook page at the Thom and Jeff Show on Facebook. And our special guest today, Thom O'Keefe. How are you, sir?
Okay,
Thom
I reckon. O'Keefe.
And I know you are on Twitter. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Roger Kubert.
That's what it was. I knew it had something to do with movies. Thom is going to be here, I guess, starting next Thursday, every Thursday, to do movie reviews for us.
Correct.
And you currently do movie reviews. Is it for a website?
For a website called Review STL, which I begged them not to use that name.
Why?
Because it sounds like it's the St. Louis Review. It sounds so everybody thinks all our reviews will be Catholic. So I have to insert some sort of reference to transubstantiation
every single
review. Yeah,
see, this is not going to be good if you
transubstantiation. I gotta look that shit up.
And here I thought I was the Bob Costas of the show.
Well, I got the height.
What's the over under on how many words he uses for this 1 hour show that we don't get? I'm going to say there's
11.
at least 2 more.
Just reminds me back in the day when we did the morning show. Remember our old friend Dick Byrne?
Oh, yeah.
And he called us insipid, and we all said on the air, what's insipid? We had to go look it up.
Apparently, Thom wasn't there that day because he would have known.
He would have known.
Him and his backpack, not you, but
no. I
Dick
do
Byrne.
have a backpack, but I didn't know it was
Richard Byrne, I believe, is who we're speaking of there.
Dick Byrne.
Let's see. On the program today, 3 things to make a cashier blush. Pot news. I got 3 great pot stories. I mean, just fantastic pot stories. Everybody in the room probably knew growing up at least one mom where you could go there and party and drink and have a good time. We've talked about that before, right? Did anybody here have a mom whose house you can go to and you knew you could get laid? Not by the mom necessarily, but...
Oh, I was going to say yes, but yeah.
Yes, that was next door. Thom O'Keefe, again, we're going to talk movies with Thom and screw the snakes on a plane, porn in planes.
Yeah, you can now maybe get porn as you fly from point A to point B.
Does that count as the Mile High Club?
I don't know, but they will provide you with a warm towel.
Oh, a long tube sock.
And you'll provide them with a moist one.
Tomorrow night, it finally is here. The next live podcast at Ballyhoo tomorrow night around 9:30. We're going to do the show live, and we'll post it, I guess, for Thursday's show.
Yes.
But more importantly, we will be there doing the show live for about an hour, and then after that, it is the stripper pole showdown. Yes. So, do you got to be 21 to get in a place?
I would, yes.
That's what I'm thinking, too. You got to be 21 to be in the contest, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some bitch. There's one person I wanted to see work a pole, not going to be there then, unfortunately. And it's not like she's 15. Shut up.
She could lie.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
I don't think if she's hot, I don't think they're really going to look too hard.
Okay.
They'll look even harder. What are you talking about?
Well, not at the ID.
Oh, she's hot. Don't look at her.
Actually,
What kind of place is this?
I am taking IDs at the door. So
Coach will be checking
that's
IDs
what I'm
at the
doing
door.
tomorrow.
I'm
Yeah.
going to make a really bad joke right now, but I'm...
Go
No,
ahead.
just go ahead.
No.
Come
No,
on.
because-
Do it.
No.
Do it.
You
Pressure.
can't- Jeff, you can't bring your kids.
Wow.
Oh, that was.
I told you it was a bad joke, and I hate doing that because they're 2 sweet children that don't deserve to be called out like that.
It will be thrown back in your face before the show is over.
I was going to say game on.
Yeah. I think I was a dick before.
Hey, you pressured him.
I did. I said bring it.
Yeah.
When you go to our website, thetomandjeffshow.com, there is a donate button, and we definitely appreciate a couple, $2-3 here and there to really help us out.
Yeah, I'm going to need to buy some Band-Aids after he punches me in the mouth.
Well, we got to pay for a big-time guest like Thom O'Keefe, to be here. there. So.
And we need to fix the chopper that Coach crashed last week.
Did you see that thing? That was a mangled mess, for Christ's sake.
Fortunately, I came out of it with my hearing intact.
I thought you were going to end up like Bob Richards.
Or Alan Bartlett.
You just got him today, don't you?
You know.
One Bears win, and all of a sudden you're feeling your salt over there. Holy cow.
You should have heard, because Scott, Thom, and I watched the game up at Rookies last night, or I listened.
Well,
to
two
the
of the
other
three
two.
of you, yeah.
Yeah. You should have heard. I'll beat you to the goddamn punchline every time. You should have heard him after the game singing and dancing, Bears just won tonight, doo-dah, doo-dah. It was really, I wish to God we would have had a digital recorder.
Well, we had one, and every time I think about turning it on, people are going to think that I'm acting for the sake of being recorded.
Yeah, but you see, you should have turned it on and given it to me.
There's that.
Because in that bar, nobody would have. They'd have thought it was my radio. I was listening, or something. They wouldn't have looked twice.
A really big hearing aid. Oh, wait, no, you're blind.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You should. And
I was going to tell him to hold it
there
against
and
his
record.
throat.
Oh, there you go. Hold the recorder against your throat. Hi, how are you?
My name is Coach.
Damn, he is black.
I crashed a copter. This is what my voice sounds like.
We'll get into the big Bears win in sports. Celebrity wrap up coming up. You didn't get the audio yet, did you?
For what?
For the celebrity wrap up?
I could just pull it up on email.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of a funny. I don't know if you listened to it or not yet, but something funny happened on Jeopardy. Believe it or not, something funny on Jeopardy. So we'll do celebrity wrap up
how
in a
did
few.
Trebek handle that?
I don't know. It's actually he had a pretty good reaction to it.
Really? Cool.
You got a couple emails to read though?
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Okay. Listen up. Mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. Oh, the mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
So it's my big debut, huh?
You can do it.
God, you want to see Hooked on Phonics fail? Get ready.
You can't do it beher than anybody in this room. There's problems.
Oh, hey, now. All right, here we go.
No pressure. 20,000 people listening.
Yeah, I'll edit it in post.
Right.
Anyway, so David writes in, hey, fellas, I've been keeping up with the podcast since it started. I just listened to Friday's show number 45, and I'd like to chime in on the topic of how you imagine someone to look based on their voice compared to reality, because we were talking about Coach being blind and what he thought we looked like, and he was
so off.
He was way off.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm this short, fat guy, and that's just not true.
No, thought Thom was a teenage girl. If you remember.
He thought you were the bald one.
Yeah,
he
that's
thought you
right.
were bald, but he got
Yeah.
the glasses right. I don't know.
He thought. Who'd you think had long hair? Was it Scotty?
No, I thought the two. I thought the two of you did.
Okay,
if I remember correctly.
Long cock with short hair. Your senses are off.
No, that was not the case at all.
So anyway, David writes that I must admit that I have assumed Coach to be black until today when I saw the new promo trailer on the website, which was well done, by the way. So,
Thank you, Arch City.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder if I'm alone on this or if other listeners thought the same thing. It's not that I have a problem with Coach being not so black, but it was just surprising, and I'm going to have a hard time adjusting my mental image.
Coach, you've gotten that before, right?
Yes. I have, actually. On the email, somebody, maybe David was the one that wrote in the other day that, wow, I thought Coach was black on Twitter.
Well, we've been telling you that for about 2 years now.
Don't worry, David, I'm black.
Well, actually, the name of the segment is Sports with Lavernius.
Notice why I don't give my real name.
That's true.
He does have a PS here. Is there a reason Coach's real name has not been revealed? Such a mystery.
Yes. And I'm not going to tell that reason on air.
Come on, tell us, LeVar.
Because I can't. I don't want my real name.
This is Peggy.
This is Peggy.
I can't really.
Come on, Arangelo.
I would just assume just go by Coach because that's your radio name, you see. I don't,
Sure.
That's like Jeff's radio name is Jeff, but his real name is Cocksucker.
Right. Well, I got a target on me today or something?
It's Payback Jeff Thursday.
I guess. Apparently it is.
Well, he said stay classy, David. That's
So
from David.
we're gonna leave my real name off the show. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's just the way it's got to be.
This
I'll
one
unplug your keyboard if you keep this up.
I play like Stevie.
Yes, you do.
I sway and I play like Stevie.
Sway and play. This one's from Rob Todd. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to send you guys and girls, Kara and Tom, an email letting you know that you all help make work suck just a little less in the morning while I make it look like I'm doing something. I can't get enough of hearing Tom and Coach almost vomit while playing the Would You Rather games or just watching the Pop That Zit videos. Speaking of videos, I just watched the new trailer for the show and is absolutely great. I know you all joke that Coach rocks a lot, but wow, you have to see it to believe it. I enjoy the celeb wrap-up. I have made a short list of my own things that didn't last as long as Kim Kardashian's marriage. 1, my career at NTB. 2, the time it takes to make microwave popcorn. 3, Tom's first time with Mitch.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I've always wanted to get in on 3 things to make a cashier blush, so I'll take a stab at it. Sleeping pills, numbing cream, and a 1-inch by 6-inch diameter PVC tube.
Oh,
That'll do it.
would, yeah.
Can you get that at Home Depot?
Yeah. You got to file down the end of that or it's just cut you.
I will be bringing out some friends to Ballyhoo to see you all.
All right.
Nice.
Come say hi to Coach and introduce yourself as the person who accused him of swaying too much.
See if you can pick out Coach.
Yeah.
I'm not coming for the stripper pole showdown. Right. Keep going, and we'll all keep listening and telling our friends. Sincerely, Rob Todd.
Right
Thanks,
on.
Rob.
Thanks, Rob Todd. Guy
so
with
my-
boring name.
So am I doing all right here, I guess? All
Yeah,
right.
so far.
They got 2 more here.
Okay.
That's
All
his
right.
radio name.
Hey guys, listening to Monday's podcast as I work, and I heard you talking about blind porn. Google porn for the blind. I think the page is pornfortheblind.org. They describe pornos for blind people. It's fucking funny. We plan on doing our first donation on payday. Keep it up, guys. That is from Robert
Oh, here we go.
Diffler. I
All
think.
right. Hey, Defler.
Diffler.
Thanks, Diffler.
I think I might have fucked that up, so I apologize. That's all right.
Porn for the blind. I had no idea that it existed. We're going to have to Google that and maybe play some of it tomorrow.
Oh, this next one's a
Don't tell us what
technical
to do on
question.
our show, Coach.
Actually, I believe this is now my show. So
You also believe you're a white male, so don't
I
worry
do,
about
and so does Dave.
The next one was just a tech question, so we'll skip that and let's do some celebrity wrap up.
it. I'm ready.
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap Up with Tom and Jeff.
Verdict came down yesterday. Dr. Conrad Murray is found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. They were talking beforehand how they didn't think he was going to go right to jail. Sentencing is in late November, I think 27th or the 29th. But apparently they took him right to the holding
Yeah,
cell.
they put cuffs on him right then and there and took him off. That's what I saw. That's the only thing I saw.
His first prison meal consisted of a cheese sandwich, 3 prison...
He was the cheese.
It was
3 prison-made Oreo cookies and a fruit drink.
all while he had a cock in his ass.
Yeah.
It's not a bad first night, really.
I'm not.
I mean-
I'm not saying that he was right in what he did, but if it wasn't Conrad Murray, it would have been someone else. Michael Jackson was a drug addict.
Yes.
He had the means to pay for it. And if, like I said, if it wasn't Conrad Murray, it would be another doctor sitting in there. I'm not so sure how I feel about him sitting in jail.
But I think the worst thing about this verdict coming down is that it gave us another round on Twitter of people doing R.I.P. Michael Jackson, R.I.P. MJ, you are so missed. Guy was a kid toucher. I don't
No,
care
what-
if he was the king of pop. He was the king of kid touchers.
That's unsubstantiated.
Right.
It was a
Did you
kid
guys
touch.
see
And
when
OJ
they-
wasn't a killer.
When they
Well,
found
no,
him
And Casey
guilty,
Anthony didn't kill her kid.
I don't think he touched kids. I really don't think he touched kids. I think that he really just liked to be around children because they didn't judge him. And
You need to delve into what they found in his house and really, really read into it before you make that decision. Because there was gay porn there. There was hidden rooms that had only access for him and the little kids. I mean, it was fucked up what he did in there.
And
I mean,
did
it
you
was
see when
bad.
they found Murray guilty outside the courthouse?
They were cheering.
The ovation? It was ridiculous. It made my stomach turn. I was like, oh, how did this guy become a hero so quickly?
Yeah, I'm just tired of the whole R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
Oh.
You will be missed.
And what makes it even more disgusting is you see Jermaine and you see LaToya, all people who are going to benefit from Michael's death, and they benefited while Michael was alive as well. Just kind of hangers on going, he's my brother and I love him. That might be so, but they also padded the bank account with his his fame.
His mom and dad are just as bad, if not worse.
Oh, the dad's the worst.
Yeah,
the dad
is the worst, right?
As fucked up as Michael Jackson was, that all lays at the feet of his father.
Yeah, because he was physically and mentally abusive to those kids, right? Back in the Jackson 5 days.
Oh, absolutely. And in all honesty, like I've never been able to figure out like where I stand on Michael Jackson in terms of if I think he did it or not. Because like that dad was so mean to him, and that kind of freezes a kid, like, at a moment in time. Like, you kind of stop maturing. And so, like, as much as I think that he probably did it, like, if there's anybody that was just weird enough to just want to hang out with kids, like Thom saying, it would be him.
Think about, and when you said, like, he's got little cauldrons and little rooms and everything, what do kids like to do? Kids like to build forts. They like to go into secret places. They like to play hide and seek. And I think he was just reverting back to his childhood.
I wouldn't even say reverting. I don't ever think
never left it.
I don't think he ever left it.
I'll do a little research and I'll bring some stuff in and have you make. I could be completely wrong. I could be making more of it.
You're certainly you're certainly not a lone voice in the wilderness about Michael Jackson. I just like, he was just so weird. Like, I could see him being the kind of guy that would put himself in that situation.
Just be that weird.
But just not, but that's not why he's doing it, but he just doesn't care, and he keeps, because a normal person would be like, oh, they think I'm fucking kids, I should probably stop hanging out with kids.
Right,
like, that's what a normal, but he kept doing it.
And owning gay porn doesn't necessarily make you a kid toucher.
Oh, no, not at all. But I'm just saying, I'll bring in some more research and let you read it, and maybe it'll change your mind. I don't know. Over the years, we've played the 420 bit, Bob Barker on Price is Right.
Right.
This isn't quite as bad as that, but this lady named Kara, who is a contestant, she's a reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times. She was a contestant on Jeopardy.
Kara Spack.
Kara Spack, S-P-A-K. And here's the question, and I don't know if I think the audio has the question and the answer, so just go ahead and roll the audio when you get a second.
Okay. It's loading.
I want to hear the Bob Barker bit.
If Andy yearns for Brenda and Brenda cares about Charlene, who pines for Andy, the three of them form one of these. Kara.
What is a threesome?
What is a love triangle?
Yes, that's it.
Listen to Bob.
Has obviously had much more experience.
So it's not as good as the 420 bit, but still, if you see her face, she's incredibly embarrassed, and she says afterwards, it was probably the raciest thing I've ever said in my life. I usually keep it clean.
It's fucking funny, though. What is a threesome?
Yeah.
I like where her head's at.
And Trebek apparently, after the game, called her a saucy wench.
And gave her his number.
Going into commercial break. He called her a saucy wench going into commercial break, and she says, I still don't know what made me think of that. I think she just needs to get laid is what it is. I'm just guessing. She just needs the hard one.
Isn't that what every woman needs?
Yeah, I think so.
Go ahead.
But why would she be mystified about why she thought of that? That's what everyone was thinking.
Right. I could see it in everybody's face except for a coach, but
I thought it was going to be the answer, and I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I got to start watching Jeopardy.
Again.
It's time for the bench warming 2-minute drill from the bleachers on the back 9 extra innings. Touchdown. Sports.
Tom, Scotty, and myself watched the Bears take down Michael Vick and the Philadelphia Eagles at Rookie's Bar and Grill last night, located on 1544 South Service Road, right here in the big city of Wentzville, Mo. And we had a ball.
It was a great time.
What a game by the Chicago Bears, despite Forte fumbling the ball twice, Tom. And
this is a guy that's looking for a contract, right?
Yes.
Not good timing on that.
Not
that he did it on purpose. I'm just saying it's a bad timing.
But he still had a good game. He had 135 yards rushing and really carried the Bears in the first quarter. What do we have? 50-something odd yards in the first quarter alone. So, Forte's going to get his yards one way or the other. But you got to appreciate the Eagles are sitting at 3-5 right now. And this was my Super Bowl pick at the beginning. Everybody, boy, they got the great defensive backs now. They got Cromartie and the Kevin Cobb deal. They signed Nandi Asamoah. They're going to the Super Bowl, and here they're sitting at 3-5.
Not so much.
Not so much.
What's
it's not
the problem?
Good. Their defense hasn't been what it was supposed to be cracked up to be.
You think Andy Reid is gone?
No.
I don't think so.
No. I don't think Andy Reid is gone at all. I mean, I'm sure in Philadelphia today they're calling for his head, but they're just nuts up there.
Why would you think they're calling for his head? Just because of the expectations?
Because they're 3-5 and they were supposed to be 7-1, 8-0.
Yeah, I think
now.
I think he's almost Svengali level in Philly right now. I don't know.
Philly fans.
I mean, who are you going to replace him with? Who's better? Who could come in? That's what you got to think
Philly fans
of.
used to boo Mike Schmidt.
Yeah.
When he'd come up, I mean, he'd strike out in the first inning. Boy, third inning, he'd come boo. They just let him have it. Then he did a home run.
But that's booing the player, not the coach.
Oh, they
you know what I mean?
They're ruthless up there.
Was it J.D. Drew that got batteries thrown at him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. By the way, this Sports Date update brought to you by Rookie's Bar and Grill, where tonight for $6.95 you can get an 8-ounce Angus grill with cheesy potatoes and green beans. Not to mention tonight they've got $8 pitchers, or $8 buckets rather. A bucket of 5 for $8. Man, you can't beat that.
That's cheap.
That is good.
That's cheap. 5 bottles for $8.
And again, thank you to Rookies for bringing in that food yesterday. My God,
Awesome.
it's ridiculous.
Guess what
Just
Coach
ridiculous.
had last night?
What?
The naughty shrimp.
The naughty shrimp.
Oh, yes, I did. And you dunked that bread and that butter or whatever, that sauce. Oh, my God. I orgasmed all over the bar. So they had to do some serious cleanup after. It was
And he has no idea where he's shooting either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody lost an eye.
He tried to fuck the loaf of bread.
As everybody knows, Thom is a big Bears fan, and all of Tom's friends obviously give Thom a lot of shit about the Bears, especially when they either win or lose. It really doesn't matter, right? But the biggest thing is to keep Tom's Bear ego in check when they win a game, right? So mutual friend Rob sent me an email last night and said, if you want to give Thom some trouble, have him check my Facebook status. I'm assuming you did not check his Facebook status, right?
I didn't know.
This is from him, but he told me to make sure I read it on the show for you today, just to keep you in check. Here's a list of the teams that have won a Super Bowl since the Bears won one time. The Saints, the Steelers 2 times, the Giants 3 times, the Colts, the Patriots 3 times, the Bucks, the Ravens, the Rams, the Broncos 2 times, the Cowboys 3 times, the 49ers 3 times, the Redskins, the list goes on and on and on, and the Packers, how many times?
Fuck off, Rob.
A couple 2, 3.
Twice, right?
That's just
Over
a way
the
to
Patriots.
I've noticed a way to keep your Bear ego in check.
You know what? I want
Courtesy of
Rob,
our friend Rob.
I want Rob to do me a favor tomorrow. Send me a list of teams that have won the World Series since the Cubs.
No, Rob he's from St. Louis.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis.
He's a
I know, but I just love to hear that list. It'd take up the whole hour.
We'd have to get more Rookies money. I would like everybody to realize that Thom O'Keefe is an incredibly engaging conversationalist, correct?
Yes, he's one of the smarter guys I know.
And have you noticed since we started talking sports, he started checking his email? This guy couldn't be less interested in sports if he tried.
You know, I do have a question, though, for Coach.
Okay.
And maybe you've addressed this on a previous podcast. How do you become so fascinated with sports?
We actually just talked about this. Go ahead. He can answer.
I grew up listening. I grew up, we just talked about this the other day. You're right.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Jack Buck and Mike Shannon. I had access to the Royals, so I learned both the American and National League. So baseball was my first passion. And then all of a sudden, I kind of got into football a little bit here and there. And then the next thing you know, I'm listening to Kevin Harlan doing the Chiefs games. He's one of the best.
What a great voice on Kevin Harlan.
And at that time, he did Mizzou basketballs. Well, I think might be part of the reason I'm a big college basketball fan. Harlan did. I mean, you thought Derek Chivas was Michael Jordan. You remember Chivas?
Oh, my God.
What a play. He'd about lose his voice. And I grew up listening to sports, and I love it.
Okay, I was just curious.
It's true, sure.
Yeah, it's such a visual thing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if I almost wonder. And I was talking about this yesterday with somebody. I almost wonder if I watched a game, if it would almost be disappointing.
Right.
You know, I wonder if I could actually see if I'd be like, boy, this shit's boring. What am I
It is. It is boring.
Yeah, it is. That's why. Maybe, Tom O'Keefe, maybe if you were blind, you'd like sports then.
There you go.
Maybe that's the problem right there.
Maybe you should just start listening to it.
And if you think about it, back in the day before TV, that's what everybody did.
Yeah, it was radio,
Gathered
right.
around the radio and listened to it.
Well, and where I grew up, my parents didn't have cable. It was kind of out in the Ozarks, and you know, you got one. If you were lucky, you got one Cardinal game a week on television.
Right.
And that's if you were lucky. So you listened to Buck and Shannon. You know, that's what you did.
Hey, Coach, how did I do on my play-by-play last night?
I tell you what, Tom's got a knack for play-by-play. He can.
Oh, you finally found something you're good at. Awesome.
I didn't say he was good. I just said he's got a long way to go.
No, really.
I'm a little bit better.
You are better. I was just copying Larrabee was all I was doing.
He was doing a fine job setting the play. You know, he'd all right, Cutler in the shotgun. He looks over the defense, 3rd down and 10 from his own 25.
Now, did you use the thing that Mr. Gerken gave you?
Oh, you would have thought that it was Christmas Day for Coach last
Jeff,
night.
this thing is phenomenal. It's sitting in the back of the bar. You know, and you can walk around the bar and listen to the game on the television.
It was pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet. It has
How the
revolutionized
hell are you walking
the way.
around the bar?
Oh, I
We let him go in the room that doesn't have any tables.
People find it humorous when I start wondering.
See, you child-proof the room, basically.
Yeah.
You got to put the little plugs in the outlets.
Very quickly, because you want me to talk this, Jeff. The Blues and Ken Hitchcock, his coaching debut. Host the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. I'm sure Tom is all a Twitter about the Hawks.
I'm not a Blackhawk fan. I'm a Blues fan.
Yeah, the only Chicago team you are a fan of is the Bears, right?
The Bears, and, you know, I'm a casual White Sox fan. I'll look at the standings, but, you know.
Well, we appreciate the White Sox fans here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I was telling Tom the story last night. A few years ago, I was in Vegas, and there was a guy.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as, oh, no, it was Vegas.
It was a marathon.
They just flew a plane around in circles for 3 hours and landed back at Lambert.
Actually, you were in a car and it was just a tape of an airplane sound.
Flight attendants secured the cabin for departure.
But thanks for the $600, though. I appreciate it.
And this guy, I'm talking sports with these people, and this guy comes up. He's like, "Yeah, the Cardinals." You know, he was kind of telling me a little about the game. I guess he'd been in one of the sports books. And I said, "So," and you could tell he was from Chicago. He had that thick Chicago accent, you know. And I said, "So who's your team?" And he goes, "The Sox and anyone who plays the fucking Cubs." I said, "Amen, brother."
And that's not the first time he's ever said that.
No, he said it with authority. I loved it.
You know what I'm slightly worried about Hitchcock taking over for the game tonight?
What's that?
Starting fucking Halak tonight.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Are
are.
you serious?
Yeah.
He probably sat him down and gave him a talking to.
Yeah, Hitchcock reminds me of LaRussa a little bit, I think.
I don't know. Maybe it's hey, well, I'm going to give you a shot. If you suck, then you're going to sit back down on the bench.
Yeah, but this is a big one against Chicago. Yeah, I think you got to, if you're going to take that chance, do it against Toronto on Thursday.
Okay, now we might be singing a different song if Halak, you know,
Yeah,
plays
if he
a great
pitches
game.
I hope we are.
I do
But
too.
I got to go with Elliott. He's the hot hand. I mean, I got to give him the chance first.
Halak gets in goal.
When I saw this headline, I couldn't believe it. The story is just absolute ridiculous. Parents upset after children receive fetus dolls at a Halloween event. Loganville, Georgia. Looks like a guy was handing out little baby fetuses, dolls,
12-week-old fetuses
in a plastic bag.
Like real?
Were they like-
fetuses?
No,
they're babies. They're like a doll, like your daughter would have. Only it's a 12-week-old doll.
Oh my god!
Like it looks like a 12-week-old fetus.
Do you put water on them and they get bigger like those little styrofoam dinosaurs?
He said he wanted kids to know exactly what a 12-week-old fetus looks inside a mother's womb, and that's why you
That is
should.
so-
Were they edible? Are they like gummy fetuses?
I think the whole thing is here that it was a
pro-life.
It was a church of some sort. It was connected to a church of some sort, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking pro-life, anti-abortion, and it's fucking Halloween. What are you doing?
Give
Well,
the kid
it was
a
the same way
Snickers
when we
bar.
were kids. There was always that guy that would hand out like the Jesus comic books. Like, did you have one of those?
Yeah.
You'd always have the douchebag that gives out toothbrushes,
Right.
And then like in our neighborhood, you'd go there and you'd get like the little comic book, and it was all about church.
Well-
And you get to the end and you'd be like, that wasn't Batman, that was Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? If you think about it, though, on Halloween you get the fun-sized candy bars. This is just a fun-sized baby. That's all it is. Two bites and you're done, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense? 2 bites and you're done.
It's kind of a Milky Way.
You still do that. Jeff does it every year. I'm assuming he did it this year as well. That after all his kids collect the candy, dumps them out and gives his children the candy.
Yeah, we always buy a whole bunch of candy, and when the kids come back from trick or treating, we say go upstairs and change out of your costume. And while they're gone, we dump out their candy and put in candy that we bought in their bags. Therefore, we know where that candy came from.
You know how many razors have been found in apples over the
7?
None. That's never happened.
Well, you know what? It ain't going to happen in my house. Thank you very much for the reminder. We wanted to talk about big, huge sponsor of the program, Atlas Auto Protection, 1-888-591-3123, atlasautoprotection.com. They have a banner on our website, thetomandjeffshow.com. If you have a car that is at least 3 years old, has between 36,000 and 120,000 miles on the odometer, you could be eligible for a valuable protection plan. Just good peace of mind when you're driving down the road. No matter what your budget is, they have a plan that you can afford. Call now for details, 1-888-591-3123. Before you dial, get your VIN number, your current mileage. That's all you need. And they've been doing this since 1998. They got a very experienced staff that can walk you through which plan is best for you. Get your VIN, get your current mileage, 1-888-591-3123, atlasautoprotection.com.
There's a budget airline across the big pond by the name of Ryanair who plans to screen in-flight porn. He says that hotels have it. Why wouldn't we? If goes through that each passenger would be provided with an iPad in which they could watch porn. The erotic movies.
A laminated iPad.
Instead of a pillow, they give you a tube sock.
It would only be visible on personal devices rather than screened on the back of Ryanair plane seats. The boss of the budget airline wants to launch a pay-per-view porn service for passengers to watch during flights. He hopes to launch an app for the airline where travelers can watch sex scenes on their iPads or smartphones while they're flying from place to place.
I don't see a problem with this at all, do you?
No, not at all.
I don't see anything of this going awry at all.
The service would also allow passengers to gamble and play games as well as watch erotic movies.
Well, you thought crying babies were obnoxious.
God.
Wait till guys rubbing one out next to you.
Hey, nice package.
Said the plan would take at least a year to introduce on their flights.
I would think you'd have to have separate sections for seating for underage kids. You know what I mean? Because it's not in the seat
I don't think they're going
back.
to let them watch porn.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. But you know what I mean? Even though it's not in the seat back in front of you, if you got an iPad, you know how big those screens are? It's as big as your computer screen right there. You got an 8-year-old sitting next to you. You know? What is that in that girl's mouth, Daddy? Shut up.
You're like, as a matter of fact, it's Daddy.
You wouldn't know what this is like because it never happens in our home.
This is the same guy who said last month he was looking at removing all but one toilet from his planes to put in extra seats.
It's a pretty smart idea.
And he was also looking into charging passengers for using the in-flight toilet.
See, he's solving it the wrong way. They should make every seat a toilet.
A toilet. There you go.
You're already sitting there.
Might as well.
And they should make the bottom of the seat, instead of flotation, parachutes.
Right.
That fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, why not make it a fucking parachute?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Am I fucking going down? Bust that door open and take a
The
jump.
flotation device only works if I'm still alive after the crash.
Right.
And if I'm flying over water. If I'm flying over a mountain.
When I was given my in-service pre-flight, I always said, should we go down to the Lake of the Ozarks, your lower seat cushion can't be used as a flotation device.
Oh, fuck.
And that was the end of my airline career.
I was going to say. I can't believe you didn't go up in the ranks. Starting next Thursday, Thom O'Keefe right here will be in every single Thursday, and we're going to do movie reviews, just talk about the movies that are coming up. I guess that coming weekend.
Correct.
And Scott had a good idea, too. What about stuff that the previous Tuesday that comes out on DVD.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or the week coming up that Tuesday or whatever. Because I always like to know what comes out. I go to like my.
Well, you know what's weird is they got it all fucked up now in terms of what comes out when, because the studios have like put embargoes, so it's like Redbox gets it at one time, and the brick and mortar stores gets it at another, and then it's on pay per view at a different time.
There can't be many brick and mortar stores for very much longer. I know the Blockbuster in Eureka closed. They're turning that into a library.
Nice.
Well, that's interesting. That like DVDs are so old. Let's do books.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. I still can't
do scrolls.
Yeah. Like, people have Kindles. I mean, that's
I still can't get over the line that you see outside of Walgreens for the Redbox, or if you go to Quick Trip, they got the Blockbuster. Same machines. Dude, there's people standing in line.
I have yet to use one of those.
I haven't either, but I see everything for free.
I know, Tom. I know you have.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
What's that?
Either the Redbox or the Blockbuster video.
I got Apple TV, and usually the bigger new releases come out at midnight on Monday.
Right, that's what they want. They want you to they're trying to push you to stream it or to buy it on DVD. They're trying to create like a 30-day window to where you can either pay an exorbitant amount to watch it, but you won't own a physical copy, or you'll get or you have to go pay when it's brand new, because DVDs and Blu-rays have a business model now where it's like they come out and they're like really expensive for that first 6 months, and then after 6 months they drop, and they keep dropping and dropping and dropping until they get till I'll buy them.
Right.
But so it's like their whole thing is they're trying to get people, push them to buy them when they're new, and it's it's exciting, it's like
right.
So that's what that's their goal is to get you to give them $8 or $10 to watch a movie that you don't own. And what they're trying to go towards is they actually want to go to a business model where when a movie comes out, you can watch it while at home while it's still in the
theaters, yeah.
And they'll charge you like $60 or $70.
How did that last movie do when they tried it?
Tower Heist?
They backed off that. They were going to charge you like $60 to watch Tower Heist, which sounds a lot, but when you figure if you're going to take your kids and buy popcorn and soda, all of a sudden that's not so much money. And the movie theaters were like, here's a thought, here's a counter offer, eat a bag of dicks.
Right.
And they're like,
was that from the lawyers?
Yeah, that was it was in Latin, so it sounds a little fancier.
Yes,
but
Miss Dickus.
Yes, but they were the movie theaters. They actually got together and they were like, you know what? If you do that, then we're not showing your movie in the theater. Fuck.
Okay,
you.
so now that kind of brings me to my question: at what point are we just going to bypass the movie theaters altogether?
Well, that's what the studios would like to do.
Because our conversation yesterday kind of led us towards the fact that you said that the movie theaters really make money off of concessions.
Right. The movie theaters don't really make very much money off the tickets. The way the deal is structured, and it's a little bit more complicated than this, but I'm painting with a broad brush. But when a movie comes out in its first week, the studio gets about 80% of the ticket revenue, and the theater gets about 20%.
That's the split?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad. And then like in week 2, it's like 75-25. In week 3, it's that, but when's the last time a movie stayed in the theater for more than 6 weeks? I mean, that's very rare. And like when you do find a movie that happens with, like the one that always sticks in my mind that like was in the theaters like forever was My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And the reason My Big Fat Greek Wedding stayed in theaters for so long is even if they were only doing 60, 70 people a screening, at that point, they were getting every nickel of it, or damn near every nickel of it. So it was to their advantage to keep that movie in. You probably remember when you were younger, because we're all about the same age, you would see the ads in the newspaper where it was like, Raiders of the Lost Ark, now in its 48th week.
Right.
Well, the movie theater was making a shit ton of money.
Right.
And then I'm sure the studios were sitting there thinking, son of a bitch, they're still filling theaters and we're only getting 20% of it.
I would imagine all the Star Wars movies were that way, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Jaws and all that stuff. And so when they
Ishtar.
Ishtar is an underrated film.
No, it's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's known for being a flop, but it's those songs at the beginning are hysterical.
It's Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and
no, Ishtar is Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking Three Amigos.
Three Amigos.
That was a classic too.
Never mind.
But anyways,
Spectre!
so the movie theaters, it's funny that the movie theaters started building new theaters so they could get more people in faster, which always mystified me because that just cost them money.
Right.
Because now the movie theaters the movie studios make their money faster. So everything's designed for them to get all their money, the bulk of their box office receipts in the first 2 or 3 weeks when the theaters are making the least amount of money. So, ultimately, I think the goal for the studios is to not need theaters.
Right. Now, and you said one of the reasons why we're going to do things on Thursday with you is they don't like you to talk about movies way ahead of time.
Yeah, like when I see a movie, I'm embargoed and I can't speak about it until.
So they actually send you a copy, like a DVD copy, or
it awards season. I'll get DVDs. Like I've started getting DVDs in the mail for movies. So far, it's just been like indie movies and documentaries. But as we get closer, because I'm actually in the St. Louis Film Critics Association, which is yes, I don't.
He's
like
actually
name
the
drop.
president of that
Use
organization.
that to get yourself laid.
Yeah, it'll work, but you don't want to see who it'll work on.
Right. But I don't know anything about the Cardinals, but
you want to come over and watch Eat, Pray, Love?
Yeah, bear with me. I've been checking my email while he's been doing this report.
So take that, fucker.
Yeah. So I do have one question. Why do you like movies?
Well, I used to listen to him on the radio when I was a child.
I still do.
So how do you? They send you MP3 file of the movies?
No,
or they send you a ticket and you go.
I
to
actually
the
go to a
movie?
screening. They those screenings where you give away tickets.
Sure, yeah.
And when it's like, come by the local gas
All
and
the prize
sip,
pigs
and
in
all the
there.
prize pigs show
Bruce
up.
Valanche shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
And
we have to explain that joke someday.
Yeah. And those screenings, they're special. There's reserved seats for the press, so we don't have to stand in line.
Yeah.
And so I go to those, and then at the end of the year, the studios will send out DVDs to like approved film critics, and so I'll get DVDs in the mail. Like last year, I got Harry Potter. The
reason why I asked that is because when I was explaining, to these two guys about the embargo, and Tom actually gets serviced by the movie companies, blah, blah, blah. Hey, and first thing they both said, we want a copy of that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Has he got it? Can he bring it in? I want that fucking thing.
I want to see J. Edgar.
The thing is, though, is when I do get, and I probably will get that on DVD because they normally send out the big Oscar bait movies or the ones that you get. But it'll be in a couple weeks probably. But the thing is that they're all watermarked. They have digital watermarks. So if
they do this for music too.
Yeah, so like if one of my if that movie ends up online, they can trace it back to the source. And if it's from me, then
you're toast.
I'm done.
Well, I remember
and I could go to jail. There was a guy that last year that was a film critic, and he had posted like 10 or 12 of them online, and he
no longer is a film critic.
He's no longer free.
Really?
He's no longer free.
Well, I remember back in the day, and you'll remember this too from being in radio, when we used to give out movies, VHS movies, and some of them would be a press copy that we would get ahead of time to talk about on the show or something. If you actually watched them at home, there'd be a scroll across the bottom that said, this is a promo copy for press release.
Yeah.
If you paid for this movie, call 1-800 blah,
and a
blah,
lot
blah.
of my DVDs will have that too.
Really?
Yeah, they have that scroll along the bottom.
Can you get porn by chance?
Yeah, but not like that.
Oh, okay.
You just want to call the number.
I only got through the first 3 minutes, but it was great. 5 stars.
Just passed. All I went was to the scene selection. I don't know.
So what movies are you looking forward to seeing? Can you even say that?
Yeah, I mean, the movie I really want to see, and it's like I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 years now, so you get kind of jaded because you'll see 150 movies a year, and if not more. And the movie I really want to see, and this will not surprise Jeff at all, is
Tron.
I can't fucking wait for the Muppets.
Hey!
I am so excited about the Muppets.
But it looks like old school. At least the trailer, it looks like old school Muppets.
I think there's a really cool story behind where this movie came from, if I understand it correct.
Well, Jason Segel, you talking about that story? Jason Segel, he's on How I Met Your Mother, and he was in Freaks and Geeks, and he's in kind of that Apatow clique. And he had done Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and it was a big hit. And Disney brought him in for a meeting to say, hey, we want to be in the Jason Segel business. And they were like, what do you want to do? And he's like, glad you asked. I have my writing partner here. We want to do the Muppets. And here's what he's laying it all out. And they're like, they're they're like, you can't be fucking serious.
Right.
Like even Disney, they said fucking, and they were like, they thought he was joking, and he was like, no, I love the Muppets,
And he wanted to basically revive the franchise.
he's
and
like,
he put like his entire life savings into this, right?
Well, I don't know how much of his own money he had to put into it because Disney owns the Muppets now. But he could have been doing a much more, like, I don't know, career beneficial movie. Like, even if this is a hit, it's still kind of like, oh, you're doing kids movies.
Right.
And he was like, I love the Muppets. They need to be treated with love and respect, and I love and respect them.
In 10 years, Tom will do the same thing with the monkeys.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So is he? Is he the big star in the movie?
Yeah, he's kind of like this, the straight guy. You know how there's always kind of
Sure.
like the guy, like the real life,
The human guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And but he like wrote it and is like, and it's funny because there's a bit of controversy because like some of the, like Frank Oz didn't come back. Frank Oz is the voice of Miss Piggy, is probably what you most know him as, and he had some objections because like the plot of the movie is that the Muppets have kind of broken up and that they're mad at Kermit because they feel like he gets all the attention, and he was like, that's not what they would, the Muppets, they would never fight. Like, then I'm like, you need a plot for a movie, dude.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just like there needs to be some conflict to be resolved, and he didn't like the idea that kind of the plot of the movie is that nobody cares about the Muppets anymore, and it's like, hey, newsflash, nobody fucking cares about the Muppets
It's kind
anymore.
of reality.
Yeah, and so like I love the fact that they're addressing that like, I mean, my kids know who the Muppets are, but only because their dad is a fucking dork.
Right. Mine are 9 and 12, and they could give a shit about the Muppets.
They're like, well, they're not in CGI. Why would I want to see that?
I love those two old guys. Get them off.
So, but Frank Oz has been talking a little bit of shit, but
Frank Oz, also the cop in Blues Brothers.
yes, he's the one that gives him the
Who knew?
one prophylactic soiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a nice way of saying used.
And the
right?
and the Cook County clerk that takes their money at the end, that's Steven Spielberg.
Are you a Marvel fan?
I'm a comic book guy. I'm more of a DC guy, but it's not like I don't read
What did you
Marvel.
think of like Green Lantern?
Green Lantern was not very good.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it.
But I've never been a big fan of the cosmic superheroes.
Right.
Hey, I have this ring, and whatever I think about it can do. Here's a thought.
Here's me checking my email now.
Like Green Lantern's like, I have this ring, and whatever I think about, it can create and do. I know what I'll make, a fist and punch shit. Hey, that's brilliant. That's like, you can, the only limit is your imagination. I think I'll punch shit. What the fuck?
Coach is drinking.
Coach is drinking a Miller Lite.
Oh,
Don't
my goodness.
Don't spill that on your keyboard. It'll never work.
The Lord has blessed me today.
So the one question I had for you, the Spider-Man trilogy stuff, the series, those movies.
The first three?
The
Like, not
first
the new ones
three.
they're
Yeah,
making,
the
okay.
new one they're making, they're actually going back to high school
It's
again.
a reboot. They're completely like hit and
It's
reset
too
and
fucking
start.
soon to reboot it, I think.
It was
it
too
because
expensive to not reboot it. Like
Yeah,
they,
I guess.
Are they rebooting because of having a new Spider-Man? They just want to wipe the slate clean?
basically what it was is they could get Sam Raimi, the director. They wanted him back, but to get him back and Tobey Maguire back, and it was going to cost a lot
Too
of
much
money.
money, yeah.
And then also these, like, Sony doesn't own the rights to Spider-Man. They've licensed the rights to Spider-Man. So they have the rights to Spider-Man as long as they keep making Spider-Man movies. And they're only allowed a gap of, I think, of like 4 or 5 years.
So stupid. Why don't they keep it simple like porn?
Yeah.
Give me 30 days, everybody fuck, and I'll edit it together.
Well, I mean, it's obvious when money is involved, and we're talking about a large amount of money, people want all of it, and
Right,
they want
and
all
so-
of it right now.
And so they couldn't get Sam Raimi back in the time structure that they needed. He was basically like, you got to really pay me to stop me from doing this other thing. And they didn't want to do that. And so they were like, we'll just start it over. And so that's what they did. And
I am looking forward to the Avengers movie, though. But I'm
Yes.
pissed that Ed Norton ain't playing the Hulk. That pisses me off when they
that whole
change
thing
characters.
was weird. That whole story was weird.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, because the first Hulk sucked. Second Hulk was awesome with Edward Norton, I thought. And then he's out
was
of the
the
movie.
first Hulk the chickless? Was that who?
No,
it was,
you're thinking of what was it?
He was in Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Eric Bana or something.
Yeah,
was
Eric
the-
Bana. It was
yeah.
Ang Lee directed it.
Yeah, that was
but
bad
the second one
times.
was really good. I really liked the second
It was better. It
Yeah.
wasn't great, but it was better.
Yeah.
But I think like you're just gonna have to get used to the fact that they're gonna recast people like crazy in these superhero movies. I think it's funny. I think they've kind of taken the attitude that, as a comic book guy, that comic books take, that like when new creative teams come on, they'll just kind of like, oh, well, we're going in this direction we're going with a new tone, or we're going, or a new art style.
I still think they should do Aquaman. Just like the Entourage.
Sweet, that's my favorite all-time.
I would love to see
all-time
Aquaman.
favorite superhero, Aquaman.
Really?
That's mine, yeah.
Really?
And I just casually watched the cartoons on TV. Never bought a comic book or anything, but of all of them, I always thought he was the shit.
I thought they were redoing Wonder Woman.
I really like.
They've been
I really
trying
like
to
Amber
do
Lynn.
that.
She really.
Amber
does-
Lynn, she is really good.
She'd make a great Wonder Woman. With an invisible dildo.
As Jeff was,
Well, it does disappear.
where'd it go?
It's in, it's out.
My favorite superhero was Batman because for a while I actually thought he was blind because of his name.
I would have thought you liked Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, Daredevil is blind.
Daredevil is blind.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen the Daredevil cartoon.
You haven't seen shit in 30 years.
Wow.
Sorry, Coach.
Captain Original is in that.
Superhero.
Captain Original.
Jeff was talking earlier that in high school we all knew a parent or parents who was okay with people bringing booze to the house. They would even go so far as to buy the booze for everybody.
Have a bonfire out back.
I didn't know that parent. I know that shocks you, but
Mrs. Holtz down the street, Fenton, Missouri. Thank you very much.
Actually, I lived there.
Thanks to the Pippin family, if you're still around. But nonetheless, it was cool as hell. You were 16 years old.
Yeah.
The deal was you had to leave your keys at the door. You had to spend the night, and everything was supervised. There's a lady in Tampa who's taking it one step further, saying that if her 18-year-old is going to have sex, she wants him to have it in her house.
They're going to do it anyway. Might as well have a safe place to do it.
With kids having sex at home, it's a safer environment because it's clean. They have condoms in their bedroom, and it's an environment they're familiar with as opposed to a motel.
Yeah, you want them to have
or a
home
car.
field advantage.
There's that, too, yeah.
Grass on the infield.
There was
Home bed advantage.
She posted an article this month about a woman who allows her teenage son to have sex with his girlfriend in his bedroom. It kind of set off a wave of people going, "What in the hell?
What the hell's wrong with
what
you?
the hell is going on?"
See, my opinion is a bit swayed, obviously, because I have two girls. So
Yeah,
I don't
mine
even
is
wanna,
now, too.
I don't even want to picture. My kids having sex in my house. Unless they're lesbians, then I'm all right. If they're really hot.
Isn't that weird? I think the same thing. I'm
What's
like,
that?
if my daughter
Don't
was a
worry
lesbian,
about it. That's
it
our
wouldn't
older daughter upstairs.
it wouldn't upset me.
I've said it a million times. If my kids are lesbians, I'm going to put a pool in the backyard and have your lesbian pool parties at my house. But only bring the hot friends over. You know what I mean? But you have a boy. I
have two boys.
Two boys.
And they're just like me, so they will not be having sex.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
anytime
Yeah, that's a
soon.
good point.
Yeah.
That's his new reality show, Raising Dorks.
It's a great way to prevent teenage pregnancy. Having nerds for
How old
children.
are they?
11 and 7.
That would be a great reality show. See who gets laid next first, Dad or the 11-year-old or the 7-year-old.
Are they into like comics and movies and all
they're
that shit?
just like me.
See, I'm into
the
that
same
shit
way
too,
like,
though, man.
your parents introduced you to like beer and sports.
Yeah.
I'm like Diet Vanilla Pepsi and
Well, see,
comic
my
books.
parents were never like
Diet
huge sports
Vanilla
fans.
Pepsi.
They never were, and I'm into sports, but I'm not like a huge sports fan. I
Right.
like it when it gets exciting, playoff shit. Like
and you
that.
and
That's
you
what
drive a brown Impala, right? Just like a really boring car.
I
right?
drive a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, nice.
I have an Eagle.
It's got the sports package though.
Does it really?
That makes a difference.
Really? 'Cause I drive a Protege.
Well, it's funny. I bought it when
79, right?
94.
When I bought the car, I was like, I just want a Corolla because they won't die. And the guy calls, he's like, oh, it's got the sports package. And I'm like,
That's the closest you've ever been into being on a team.
Yeah.
Is the sports
I'm
package
like,
of your car.
I don't want to have, like, I hate when somebody has like the $10,000 car with like $8,000 worth of extra shit on it.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I don't.
No, I hear you.
And I don't know anything about it. He's like, oh, you'll love it. It's got like the spoiler. And I was like, is that like that thing on the hood?
Remember there was a time with SUVs it was like you had to have the Eddie Bauer package. Oh,
Yeah.
does it have the Eddie Bauer package? Yeah, that's cool. What is it? Fuck, I don't know. It just says Eddie Bauer.
easy.
on the
I have an
outside.
Eddie Bauer
I know.
Explorer.
There was a time,
and
when
I
it
had
was-
to have it.
What does that mean? I don't know. It just says Eddie Bauer on the outside.
I really like Eddie Bauer.
It really just gives you the more like the leather options and all that shit. I bought a used one, so it's not as cool as the newer ones.
I got 3 pot stories. First of all, does anybody ever in their right mind think that pot's ever going to be legalized in Missouri?
Yes.
You really think so?
I don't think so.
I think it might be.
Everybody that's saying yes, I give most credence to Thom O'Keefe because he's the smartest one in the room.
Now, you know what? I'm
Bible
offended
Belt
by
boys,
that.
Bible Belt.
I'm sorry, the smartest one with a mic in front of him.
No, but it's already been decriminalized to the point that even if you get pulled over and, and it's found on you, the fine or the consequences
it's still illegal, though. I'm talking about you can walk into a QT and buy some weed, or I, as a person with Crohn's disease, can have a medical marijuana card. One of those two.
Medical marijuana,
things.
I don't think you'll ever walk into a QT and buy it.
I think you will.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it might be 20 or 30 years.
Well, since you're the smartest one here, I'm going to have to.
If you look at it just demographically speaking, eventually the people that vote against it are old, and they're going to die,
right.
And then you'll be the old guy voting.
Right.
And
I'm going to say, heck yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that...
And I'm only saying heck because there's a child in there. Yeah. Not that you haven't heard those words before, I'm sure.
How you doing, Reese?
Reese is in the house.
You're no longer the smartest person in the room.
Okay.
Reese, I have to say,
bet I
this
can
is
color
the quietest I've ever seen you in my life.
I think she was told to shut up.
Yeah. Dad gave her the look like, I'll beat you.
But yeah, I think...
Time to beat the kids!
But the other thing I think we're moving towards it, and you want to know why I think we're moving towards the legalization of marijuana. And the biggest thing I can point to is the fact that they're making it illegal to smoke everywhere.
Right.
And I think that what that is, and this is going to sound a little conspiracy theory, but I think that's being funded by the beer and alcohol people because they know if they legalize pot, they'll never sell another $9 beer at a baseball game again. And so they want to make it illegal to smoke everywhere, and then you so they can legalize
That's
pot.
a hell of a way to look at it.
You'll go to the concerts and you'll go to the games, and you can't go and smoke a joint because you can't smoke. So you'll just go ahead and keep drinking the beer. That's
although outdoor amphitheaters would be a difference. Obviously,
do they let you smoke at River Point?
I'm assuming.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It's been so long. You can't smoke in the seats.
Yeah,
you can't smoke in the seats. You can smoke in the lawn. You can. Yeah.
Here's a reality check for this. This particular measure is this ballot measure is saying that it would allow legislatures to enact, if pot was legalized, a marijuana tax of up to $100 per pound.
That's not that bad.
It's just going to make it more expensive. It'll be completely legal, but it'll just make it a lot more expensive.
I'm in.
Willing to pay.
Okay.
It's cheaper than getting arrested for it.
That's a good point.
The only problem is the federal government supersedes. That's what they're doing in California right now. They're superseding state law. So even if they passed it by the state, the feds are cracking down on all the marijuana.
So the
legal
feds
marijuana
are still saying no.
Yes,
okay.
that's correct.
Like state law can never override federal law.
No. So, or
that
you
was
can just have
decided
the last name of Nixon, Missouri Governor Jay Nixon. This just stinks.
I hated this story. I damn near threw the computer across the room.
Jay Nixon has a son, 21-year-old son named Wilson Nixon, who goes to school at Mizzou, and he was busted with marijuana. He was busted at a party. Columbia police said a young man, later identified as him, tried to hide marijuana when officers reportedly looked through the open door of an apartment, saw a bunch of weed on a table after somebody complained about a loud party. So you connect the dots, and Wilson Nixon gets busted with weed.
Now, Wilson Nixon, he sang that song, Hold On.
Hold on. Wilson Phillips.
Oh, sorry.
And now the charge has been dismissed due to a lack of evidence.
Of course it has.
Because his last name is Nixon. His dad is the governor. And all of a sudden...
Hey, I would play that card if I had it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I've got cops in my family. I've never once said, "Oh yeah, well, as the guy's writing me a check, I've never once dropped my last name or
you have cops write you checks
or tickets." Sorry, tickets.
Isn't that
then
illegal?
I write them checks. That's what it is.
Actually, they're buying the weed from Jeff.
They don't need
he takes checks.
They don't need to buy it. They just confiscate it.
And you can email me at. And the last pot story is the one I saved for last. North Carolina, a man stopped by cops after he had a problem with his car. They found 11 bags of marijuana. They looked in his car. They looked in the trunk. They looked in his pockets. They couldn't find anything at all, but they were smelling weed somewhere. And they finally said, look, man, were you smoking it recently? No, I wasn't. We can smell weed. The dog can smell the weed. Where is it? And his quote is, I got to be real with you. I got weed in my buttocks. And the dude had 11 bags of pot in his shit sleeve. 11
Now that's
bags.
shitty weed.
That's some dirt weed right there.
Now I know I makes a cough.
6.7 grams of weed were shoved up the guy's butthole, believe it or not. So think about this the next time you're smoking a joint. That weed could have been in somebody's butthole.
With intent to sell.
It's
The
either
weed or the butthole.
It's either in his butthole or somebody crossing the border's butthole. It's eventually ends up in somebody's butthole.
Right, exactly. And then it's in your lungs.
Oh, enjoy that, won't
You're
you?
sitting back eating some Taco Bell. Little Mexi melt action.
I'm all in.
Let's do 3 things to make a cashier blush before we get out of here.
1, 2, 3 items you buy. Together they might make the cashier cry. Maybe a cantaloupe lube and electric toothbrush. It's 1, 2, 3 things to make a cashier blush.
Marshmallow fluff, panty liners, and a nozzle.
A nozzle? What the hell is a nozzle? What's
kind
a
of
nozzle?
nozzle?
What are you talking about?
A nozzle of your choice.
Just any nozzle?
Any nozzle
Doesn't
will
matter.
do.
This is 3 things you'd bring up to the cashier, and if you got all 3 of them, they'd be like, what the hell's going
Why you
on here
doing
with
that?
you right now? A step stool, rubber gloves, and a frozen banana.
A drip pan, syringes, and yeast mix.
A bag of Skittles, a straw, and some X-Lax.
Brown gravy, rubber gloves, and a suppository.
Flour tortillas, pixie sticks, and Mexican for dummies. I don't even know.
What the hell does that mean?
Did I write that?
A head of cabbage, blue socks, and Neosporin.
A scale, index cards, and balloons.
Jumper cable, saran wrap, and a thing of gauze.
Happy Days Season 1 on DVD, a poodle skirt, and a 6-pack of Big Flats.
That's how you
That's
play.
what I'm talking about.
3 things to make a cashier blush.
Tomorrow's program, we are going to be, we're going to do a show here.
Yes.
Right? And then we're going to be out at Ballyhoo.
Yes.
We're going to be there about 9:30-ish, and we're going to do the show for about 45 minutes, an hour, somewhere around there. And then we would love for you to come out for that. Patricia's, by the way, is bringing a big box of dirty stuff like porn and things like that to give away to the crowd out there. So we'd love for you to come out at least for that. And
Tom, can we pick anything up?
Yeah, I'm single. I could use some.
And then after that, we're going to Tom and I will be hosting the stripper pole showdown. So if you haven't gotten yourself registered for that, if you want to get in on that, Facebook.com/the Tom and Jeff Show or /stripper pole showdown, I believe is how you can find that. Or just come out tomorrow night. It'll be a good time. So Ballyhoo on 94, which is the old Twisters, right?
Yep. And we'll be playing that show on Thursday's podcast.
Right on.
Yep.
I think we're done.
We'll try to
hold on. Sorry, my bad. Tom O'Keefe, thank you very much for being here.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Starting next Thursday, every Thursday with movie reviews, and on the Wednesday show, Kara the Lesbian, get us your questions for her through the website at thetomandjeffshow.com.
With that being said, we'll do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys.
That's a wrap.